Hello, how are you? Welcome to another Sunday stream. How about some clapping? I don't know where that went or if you could hear it, but it wasn't on the screen as it usually should be. What is up, everyone? We got some volume there, we're good. Seems like every time I use this computer, it's just a little bit different. Let's make sure real quick before we continue on. We are on, yeah, we're good. Okay, so today we have yet another Creality printer. It is an Ender, but it's not just an Ender 3, it's Ender 3 version 2. Now, this one is, they have it on sale right now. That is not an affiliate link in the video, by the way. They have it on sale right now for around $270. I think it usually goes for a little bit more than that. I personally have not looked at this machine online to see what's different. I haven't looked at any reviews. You know, the original Ender 3, you could get it for as low as like 160, 170 sometimes. Never over 200 bucks that I've ever seen, unless, you know, you get it on Amazon or whatever. But this one's supposed to have just a few more, you know, nicety things. It should, I mean, I can't imagine it prints probably, I would guess it prints about the same as the original Ender 3. I don't know much about it, but we're going to find out. There are a ton of people in the chat, so you know the drill, right? We are going to unbox it, see how it goes. We're going to put it together. We're going to do a first print. We'll chat the whole time. It should be interesting. We have a couple hours today. Don't want to waste a lot of time, but yeah, hopefully everyone is doing well, and this will be another wonderful build. A whole bunch of people in the chat. Paul McDonald, what's up? Sax, I'm sorry I'm spending your money. I don't mean to. Jordan is here from Mad Monkey, Eccentric Nut, S. Irwin. These are just the ones I see right now. Adam Hargrave. Nappin is back. Non-fam, Ben Stanley. 3D Print Viking, Tom is here. Stephen Booth. Gerardo A1. Jeff Bowen. A to Z Cowboy 1. Hello. How are you all? So, let's get this thing going. I got some coffee. I actually did kind of reorg my cameras just a bit. I tried to line that front one up. I'm not super happy with it still, but hey, what are you gonna do? Not correct it, that's for sure. So let's see what we got. We're good on that one. Oh, just a little bit more exposure on that one. And we'll go to that. So I do have some other things I would like to get done today, but if you've been to these streams, you know how it goes. We're going to get it together and get it printing, and then we'll just hang out while it prints. I have a ton of wire connectors that I need to build for one of the duet builds. We're actually doing a Patreon build. Me and the Patreon folks, we're building a cube printer, but I'm using a duet board, and I'm actually converting all the wires over to the duet style connector, and it just takes forever. So I have like 4 or 5 different wires and fan wires and stuff that I need to catch up on when this thing starts printing. So I'll be able to work on that and hang out with you all and talk for a while. Sean Butler, Freddie, Ian, Jerry at 3D Printing Fading, Tasty, I like that name. So let's see what we got on the old Ender V2. Creality did send me this printer free of charge. No money has exchanged hands. All opinions expressed are my own. But they thought that I needed to check this one out. So we're gonna. I have had this one for a while. So you've probably heard me say this a million times, but sometimes it's hard for me to get to all these builds. We do have a user manual and a warranty card. We'll check that out just to see what's in it. First thing I notice right now is you have a glass sheet. It does look like it is the same hot end as most of the Creality printers. They do have a Bowden clip on there, which is nice. You do have a belt tensioner and what looks to be like some sort of drawer down here. So let's pull this out. Well, it might actually, nah, it's just wedged in here. Let me get it out of there. Oh, almost lost the extrusion. Let's just set this to the side. We'll check that out in a minute. It does have some Bane style fan covers on the Hotend there, which is pretty cool, I guess, if you're into the whole Batman villain type of thing. We got our extrusions. We have our Extruder Carriage with an X in-stop and X motor. Pretty standard for Creality. What is this? Ooh. This is our screen. It is very fancy. Check that guy out. I like the bezel. They've finally made a bezel on here so you don't have to touch the electronics. What we got in here? Spool holder. Ben Stanley, have I seen the Elegoo Jupiter? I have seen the Jupiter. I don't do resin printing, so I don't check resin printers out. I believe Jupiter's a large resin printer, right? Or is it FDM? I don't follow Elegoo because I'm not aware that they make FDM printers, Z motor. So I just don't follow it. We have another belt tensioner. I'm guessing that is for X. So that is an upgrade from the original Ender 3. Another scraper. We did get quite a bit of filament. We got some end stops, some screws. We have our other X carriage. Pretty standard, basic stuff for an Ender build. And we're done with this box. Boom. All right. It's a large resin printer. Yeah, I don't get into resin, so I don't really follow them much. David Stockdale, what's up? The vacation has been excellent, not G10. I've had a lot of free time, a lot of time to do these streams. It's been very nice to have a little bit of time off, that is for sure. But that time is coming to an end very soon. We will be back to doing videos very soon. Okay, so let's take a look at this user manual. I do like to check out the user manual just to see what you're going to get yourself into if you buy one of these. This one's actually pretty thick. It's probably in 80 languages, but that's okay. We all need that. Product information, spare parts. How many steps we got here? If it's over 8 steps, I'm not doing it. Stream over. Oh, there's step number 8. But the 8 spool holder, so we're looking pretty good. 9, 10, I don't know, 11. Loading fillet 13. Okay, 14. The step 14 is start printing. So that's about double the amount of steps that I like to see, but but I think we'll make it. Okay. So pretty much standard stuff. So it looks like the power supply is actually underneath here. I hope. Or if there isn't one. So we have a power supply baked in back here now instead of having it over on the side. So that's kind of nice. It doesn't look to be a very large power supply, but it is, I'm guessing it is all 24 volt. So, you know, it's not going to be super high amperage, but it's cool that it is baked in. We'll see how that goes. A lot of the Ender 3s, you will notice that when you get them out of the box and you throw them down, the feet aren't level. And you should probably, even on this machine, you should probably go back through, after you get it built, loosen up some things, level it real good, and then tighten it back up. These screws on the side here. This one is level. This is the first one that I've seen, because all the bases on all the Ender 3s were pre-built. So that's cool. I like to see that. The bed is a wobbly mess, but we'll have to tighten up those eccentric nuts, no big deal. I am curious about this drawer. Ooh, look at this drawer. Nice. I don't know what I would ever put in here. Will it fit a benchy? Can I store benchies in it? That's really all that matters. Can I store a benchy in it? Done. Boom. Okay. Alright, so let's build this thing. What's up, Gusner? Gusner's here. Have I tested with a CPF or CPE carbon? It's stronger than PETG. No. I have not done any CPE carbon yet. Cheese balls. Cheese balls are good. Benchy stored. Everything's done. How many benches will it fit? We'll find out. We'll find out. I'm gonna say 5, maybe 6. Print some mini Chris's and put them in the drawer. That's a good idea. You can always store your mini Chris's in there. Okay, so let's get rolling on this thing. Let's see what they tell us to do. So there are some holes in one of these extrusions. Now, so some of you will find out one way or another about Ender printers. Where is your Z lead screw? It's inside here. And if you pick this up and lean it one way or the other, it's going to fall out onto the floor. So just be aware of that. It's happened to me a few times. We desperately need a new razor blade in our Chris's Basement knife. This one is so gunked up with stuff, I don't even know if I can get it open. This one cuts a lot of tape. I might even have to work on that a bit. That one's going to take some WD-40 or something to unlock. Oh, no, we got it. How's the other side looking? Hey, the other side looks pretty new. Let's just flip to the other side. We'll be thrifty with our razor blade. There we go. Ah, much better. Too hot. Yes, it has been ridiculous hot the last couple of days here as well. I believe the heat index is going to be well over 100 here today with 4,053% humidity. And that's gross. I don't like it. Okay, what kind of hardware we got? We need some screws. What is doing? We are building Ender 3 V2. We're going to see what this thing's all about. You get an injection molded knob for your extruder gears, so you can advance the filament. It has kind of a crazy pattern on it. Should we do above or side view? Maybe we'll try, let's start with above for a little bit longer, and then we'll flip over to that side. This is my screen cable. Light the printer on fire. Uh-oh. Let's use our own wrenches, shall we? What size are these guys? They used to be, I think there were 5s at one time. They are. That doesn't sound good. Lighting printer on fire. Not good. So, we do have some holes in one of these. My first guess is this one is for the Z motor, and this one is for what used to be a power supply. What would it be now? Shorter distance goes towards the bottom. Is there just a picture of this? Maybe some sort of bracket for, I think it's just one frame to rule them all, and that's where your power supply would go if you had a regular Ender 3. That's kind of what, that's the jive I'm getting on this one. The vibe I'm getting on this one. I do not know how much these are on Amazon. More cheese balls. Jake from State Farm is heavy into the cheese balls today. SPC 3D, what is up? Nice. Steven has a V2, and I'm getting him psyched to build his. So, cool, cool. So you can see me mess it all up, and then you'll know what not to do. That's a service that I provide. €275 on Amazon UK. I looked this morning because I created the link for the stream on Creality's site, and they have theirs for $269 US on their site, I think, is what I saw. My depth perception isn't so good today. Seriously. It's like I would have done better if I would have closed one eye on that one. So there's two different types of Ender electronics enclosures. Ones that you can pop the lid off from the top and work on them, and then ones like this one where you actually have to go in through the bottom. I don't prefer the bottom one, but you know, if you go through the bottom, then you're less likely to leave the cover off, like I do a lot, and that's you can be really prone to dropping things in there and ruin a printer pretty quickly. So, good and bad on both sides of that one. I need an in-stop switch. Here we go. Yeah, depth perception with one eye, not so good. I feel for you. Johnny Laxville, cheer up, we love you. Well, I love you guys too. Oh, I'm sorry, Gusner. I always get that confused too. Euro is the strange L. Euro, the strange L is British pound. Got you. So this does have a glass bed on it. Hopefully they have altered our limit switch mount here to coincide with that change. You think, you know, oh, that's obvious. Well, maybe it is. Maybe it isn't. What else did we miss in step 1? Step 1 is complete. Step 2, build the motor. Build the motor. Need some flat screws. We're all cheering me on. Thank you. Creality official. Where is it? I don't blame you for forgetting the thumbs up. I do highly appreciate all the reminders from from all my peeps out there, because I forget it as well. So even if you're reminding me on someone else's stream, I do appreciate that. This will require a round wrench. Let's get a round wrench. I've been messing around with, I've got like a Sony Handycam, which is a pretty nice camera actually for a handheld camera. They're, you know, they're not super expensive. I've been playing around with that for my B-roll and stuff. I was going to try to set that up and try to do some B-roll shots during the stream today just to see how it went. It is hooked up, but it's not really in a great position. So maybe if I get bored while we're watching our benchy, I might mess with that. Z motor. The motor is on. Yep. Lead screw. More thumbs up than watching. Yeah, I think you can if people flow in and out, right? Because I'm sure that people come in, thumbs up, and leave. That's pretty straight. Well, I say that. little not straight on that side. Now it's pretty straight. Beauty. This stuff is actually pretty good. The stuff that they pack, it feels almost like heat sink. It's a little thicker than that, but the stuff they pack the lead screws in, it's pretty nice for wire wrap and things. So, just side tip. Okay. Step 3. We have our extruder carriage. Okay. These guys are great. I'm glad the videos help. I'm glad. Nice. Yeah, I mean, after you get a few initial tweaks done, Cap Tube does seem to last a little longer than the stuff they give you in stock down on the Hotends side. Once you get a few things adjusted, pretty solid little machines. And the I don't know about the V2. V2 is a little higher priced, but the original one, it's great for projects because you can sometimes if you wait around on like AliExpress, if you can wait that long for it to ship, you'll see these for like 150, 160 bucks. So you buy one of these, and then you can make it into whatever you like. It makes a great kit to start a project. Okay. I'm just going to go out on a limb. I start that starting soon music, the elevator music, and I can't even hear it when I start the music. It has no audio output. It's just audio. It's just outputting it to the stream, but I know what it sounds like. So then I'm stuck with humming it all day. All right. These guys go in from the back. Mike from Never Let the Machines Win is here. Hello, Mike. Is this board TMC? I heard it was TMC. I should have 345,000 instead of 34.5 thousand. I don't really know how that works, Gusner. I really don't. Subscribers on YouTube behooves me. That's the only word I can come up with. I have no idea how it works. I just go with it. All of my people that I have are amazing, and I am very happy to have them. That's just the motto I go by. Ching! Oh. These are like the hardest ones to get in on the Ender 3. They have kind of a... You're going in between the V-slot holder. And I always end up getting pliers to hold it, to set it in there, because my fingers are too fat. But I always have to give it a try or two before I actually, attempt to put it in there. Because, why not? Richard Crook, what is up? I'm just saying hey as they behooves or befuddles. A little of both. I'm just seeing people. Dan is here. What's up, Dan? As I see people come through, I say, hey. Z is on. I need some couplers. Absolutely. Everyone is trying to help where they can. They give me a cool little wrench. It did. I had a little, this one. I like this one. I'm not even sure where I got this. It's like a forged 810 wrench. I don't know if these are 8s or not. Oh, yeah, they are. This came in some kit. Maybe it came with like the mini or something. I really like this little wrench. It's like an industrial type. Industrial meaning doesn't have chrome on it. Is my buddy Dave Randolph in here? I see somebody said, hey, what's up, Dave? Just got home from work. Fortunately, I did not have to work today. There's a lot of Sundays I do have to work, because that's kind of the typical IT change window. I don't know your experience with that, but that is somewhat typical for us. Alright, so what's this extruder doing? The one thing I do commonly mess up when putting these together is my wire path while I slide the extruder on. I'll like have it wrapped around something or something like that, and then I realize it after I put the other side on and I have to take it apart again. So make sure your wires are not... This one's actually probably a little easier than the stock Ender 3. If you ever want to do something like this, terminate a belt or swap out your Ender 3 belt, so they put these little brass connectors on them, and they just stamp them out. They just crimp them on there, and then that's what you terminate the belt on, so you can have a predetermined belt length. If you ever want to go to like a Gates belt or switch up your belt, but you still want to use this type of thing, there are standard copper wire crimp-on connectors are real cheap if you have... I think you can buy like these are like 8 gauge, I think. You can buy a ton of them for no money if you have crimps. Those work great for re-terminating these things. In fact, This one looks to be a little different, but on some of the other belts, I believe that's what that was just a standard copper crimp-on. You can get them on Amazon pretty much anywhere. But if you want to reuse this style, that's my recommendation. It's probably not the best way to terminate a belt by any means, but it is quick, and you can use these slotted mounts like these have. If you use that, you have more than enough clearance if you'd like to still use this mount style. Travis Stamper's here. What's up, Travis? Yeah, I can only imagine what preparing for this school year has been like for you all. I don't have any children, so I'm not impacted by it so much. But scary stuff sometimes. Maintenance weekends, that's right. We are global, so there's always maintenance to be applied somewhere. Fortunately, I am on the mainframe side of the house, and we don't ever go down. We have like 20 minutes of downtime a year, and that's spread out over, minutes, with a couple of downtime minutes in a couple of different sessions. So we're pretty much concurrent. Any maintenance that we apply just goes on, and we don't have to stop anything. That is one nice thing about being on the mainframe side. It's not the most flashy thing in the world. It's not the latest and greatest, which it actually is. I mean, they have kept up with the times. It's not like it's, the same old machine we were running in the 70s. It's just not near as flashy. We still got the old green screen. We have other things too, but green screen is still, in my opinion, the easiest way to get around. Our belt is on. Connect MMU2S to the I2C port on SKR14 as I have the TFT35 screen as well. I do not know how to do that. That would be really handy because, as you've probably found, 2 serial devices is quite a lot to manage on that board. Adding a third, So if you could get it over to those pins, that'd be fantastic. I do not have the knowledge currently on how to do that. Yeah, Dave, it's one of those things. I don't like it. I mean, I don't like getting up at 1 o'clock in the morning and fixing things. That's not my favorite thing. I do like IT. I like being in IT. I've been in it almost my whole life, 20 plus years, since I was very young. I don't mind it. I don't like the 24-hour support, of course, but I just can't get away from it. I haven't found anything that I would like to do better that would pay the bills. So IT is probably going to be how I spend the rest of my time, I would guess, until I retire. But I honestly looking forward to retirement a lot. So all right, let's put our other side on here. I don't know if you guys are getting any value out of that camera shot or not. Nope, nope, nope. That's not gonna work. Move to Delaware. Yeah, well, you never know. You know, IT is not all that certain of an environment. You never know when I'll be looking for work, so I gotta learn how to use that extrusion line and start cranking out some filament. Well, and Dave, that is exactly the deal too. Uh, the After you get so high, and you know this, but after you get so high up on the food chain, less people start bothering you, and I'm in a very small group, and there are just certain things that I do, and that's all I do, and other people in my shop know about it, but they're not focused on it. So I've kind of been able to specialize, and that makes things a lot better. Over the last couple of years, I have been allowed to just kind of do my thing, so that helps. But you still always get that. Even in my position now, you're still always going to get that call that isn't so awesome. Okay, so this one, because of the adjuster, is just a bit different than a regular Ender 3. I already put that screw in, but that screw actually holds the adjuster as well. On the original Ender 3, if you've ever put one together, you have this little plate that goes on with some T-nuts that goes on the front of the extrusion that holds your wheel, your idler wheel on the other side. This one is actually held by the same screw hole, it looks like, as the other X plate. And they would like you to use what do we got here? So what's inside this guy? Oh, I think they're telling me about one that's already been put in there.
Hey Chris, just installed Octofarm based on your video on 12 printers here. Quick question. Is there any slicer to use on it? Best regards from Brazil.
Vista Panoramic by Elo? I'm gonna say that's how you pronounce that. Sorry if I butchered it. No, there is no Octofarm slicer per se. You're pretty much left to you're in that configuration. Thank you for the 5, by the way. But in that configuration, you're basically left to an Octofarm overview panel. Then you have your farm instances, which if you get it set up right, you really don't have to deal with the underlying Octoprint instances anymore. You can do most of it through the farm app. Octoprint does have some plugins that you can use to slice inside Octoprint, but I've never had a lot of luck with it setting it up that way. The best thing that I found is to use your slicer, like Cura or Slick 3R. Sorry, Crucial Slicer, and then have it automatically kick your G code to the instance, and then Farm will update and monitor it. So there's really no slicer that you can incorporate with that app in that function. Maybe there will be someday, I don't know, but not currently. Now I worry about having enough stickers to ship out packages. And candy. Make sure you have enough candy. I'm sure I've missed a ton. Crafty, what is up? Okay. So, back to this. So we've got a flat here. These are for the top. These are for T-nuts of some kind. This is the one they want me to use. And this would go somewhere in this ballpark. But you would definitely have to take that one out of the back. Is there a shorter one of those they would like me to use? That it says it's a 16. So they're saying that my 16 goes through the back. I'm gonna just take this off of here to make it a little easier. Hopefully it's not super hard to get out of there. Or super hard to get back in there. Kind of wanted to look in here anyway. It's two flanged bearings they're using as a... I really like to see a spacer in the middle of those, but not super crucial in this configuration. Rather than me rerouting the belts, I would rather just pull this apart. I kind of wanted to see what was in there anyway. Only takes a second. Really don't want to break it, but I will if I have to. Hey, Shark Week starts. I think it's tonight.
Did you tested Creality Slicer? Thanks for all your amazing work. Still waiting for my Prusa Mini. Greetings from Germany.
Sax, thank you very much for the 549. Are you adding mine? I'm not going to steal Joel Telling's bit. I have not tested the Creality Slicer, but I will. I'm guessing they have their own version of Cura or something now, maybe? I haven't seen that, but I'll give it a shot. Glad to hear you're getting a Prusa Mini. Walter from Country 3D is here. What's up, Walter? Yeah, Mike Tyson versus Jaws. That's going to be amazing. So that's what. So that's how it broke down here. So you have
Shark bait WHOHAHA.
had a hard time spelling that one. Paul, thank you very much for the 5. That's much appreciated. So that's kind of what we had here. We've got a flat screw on the front, and then we've got the rounded screw on the back that also helps hold on to this bracket. They're sharing the same threaded hole. So both of them take up just enough space to not fight each other when they're going both sides. I don't know how I feel about that, because now they're not sharing a whole lot of thread. We'll see how that holds up in the future. But yeah. So, and it actually is not super tight on there. just tight enough. All right. We'll go with that. Then we can slide the whole thing on, as long as I didn't get everything all hooked up wrong. Fahad, thank you for the sub. Oh, nice. That's a good sign if you can push it down just lightly and the screw spins. And that screw looks nice and straight. So I like to see that.
At Chris Riley sent you an email if you could see if it makes sense to you on the SKR1 4 Turbo and I2C for the MMU2s.
Richard Crook, thank you very much for the 5. I appreciate that. Absolutely. I will take a look at that email and get back to you and see if I can make sense of it. I mean, I think it should be possible. I'm just not quite sure how it will work, but I will take a look. John from You Do It is here. What is up, John? Haven't talked to you in a while. Dave Avery is here. Hello. Bill Steele is here. Hello, Bill. All the cool kids are starting to show up. Cool. Now we can put the top on. I feel like we're kind of flying through this. Maybe I've had too much coffee today. Glad you were doing well, John. Silent Rush 420, what's up? I have never personally had experience with the Clone Mark III's. There are a few of us out here that have them. I can't think of their names right now. But I personally don't have any experience with it. Fozzie, thank you for the sub. Nova Leary is working on the room for school. Awesome. Maybe my assembly experience is paying off. I have done a few Ender 3s. I will say that. Never too much coffee. I like the way you think, Bob. We'll let it go through these. Are you guys hearing the text-to-speech? Because I'm hearing it on a different speaker today for some reason. You should be hearing it, though. Well, actually, we'll see. Yeah. Yeah, you should be getting it.
There's never too much coffee.
Yeah. I'm going to bring this up before I tighten that top bar, just to give me a little bit of straightness.
Peanut butter jelly time.
Thank you, Walter, for the $10 and the peanut butter jelly time. And Bob, I don't know if I thank you for the 5, but thank you very much. Chris Lane is here. What's up, Chris Lane? Never too much coffee. Start to get the sweats and the shakes. If I'm still drinking it at about 4 o'clock, that's when the day has been rather long. I can always tell. We are kind of sitting on our wires over here a bit. Cool. Spool holder. I don't care for the spool holder, so I'm not going to put it on. Where is our screen? Here it is. It's a vertical screen now. You want to take the plastic off together? Ready? There. How nice. I should have taken it off after I put it on, but I wanted you to share that moment with me. Fun fact, the first time that I ever put together an Ender 3, I was reading the directions and putting together an Ender 3, but at the same time, on live stream, I was walking Walter from Country 3D how to build his. And I don't think I conveyed myself very well because there was a few times we stumbled where I wasn't telling him the right thing. So I apologize for that, Walter, but you know, it was a long time ago.
Yes, we are hearing text-to-speech.
Excellent.
The computer
Thank you.
voice has become sentient.
Here is good. Excellent. Thank you very much, Chris. I appreciate you verifying that, and for the $5. Okay, where does this actually? Let's take a look at just the printer. So it's actually got one kind of down low. Oh, they're all three on the bottom one. Okay. So it just let's go ahead and plug it in, so I don't have to mess with that. It does have so it's kind of a injection molded deal. I'm gonna have to spin this around. That was a fun stream. I think we learned a lot that day. Dan, thank you very much for the $5. Now, does this adjust up, or is that just kind of it? Because I mean, yeah, I guess that's it. Because I mean, from the top it would be fine, which I guess most people are probably using it at this height. I have a lot of shelves that a varying height, so I can fit more printers in, of course. But I have one that's kind of chest high, and I actually like that one the best because you can see what's going on first level and stuff, first layer and things like that much easier. This would not be functional at that height. So just that I understand that that's just my environment, but that's not going to work up there. So I'll have to keep that in mind. I wish I had a lot of shelving that was that height, because it makes testing go much smoother and faster. Alright, screen is on. Spool holder, we will skip. I will put my nifty extruder advancement nut on here. I don't know if you can see that. It doesn't have a set screw or anything, so you just kind of have to leave it set on there, so maybe we shouldn't do that quite yet. We need to flip the power over to 110. Done. And we have to finish up some of our wiring. Let's go ahead and Bowden tube it. One thing I do like to see that I see right now, the Y end stop has its own little housing in it, so the wires are protected, not a lot of wires hanging out. I like to see that. And that is the kind of thing that I would expect on something like this. This is just the polished version of the Ender 3. It's got a few more nice to have features, and that's one thing that I would expect for this setup. Just make it a little more, make it look a little cleaner, make the wires go in the right direction. You're not constantly setting the printers on the wires, things like that. That might be, that might be worth the money if somebody's not using these, in a farm situation. They just want one printer that's reasonably decent and affordable. All right. Wire management is a nightmare. That's not my favorite thing to do. In fact, I have a whole lot of it to do on the rail core still. I haven't touched it. I have an excuse. I've been waiting on my flex plate. At least that's what I keep telling myself. See you later, Guster. Thanks for showing up, man. Appreciate it. 115-ish. Romeo Lovers here. What's up? Wire management on the tool changer is super fun. Absolutely. Okay, so let's get some things tightened up here. Let's see what our belt's doing. That is more than tight enough. Steven Minutes, thank you very much for the 10, as much appreciated. Our glass bed does have these little clips on it. I don't know that I'll ever get them off again, but I do want to take them off because I want to remove this plastic, but I also need to adjust the rollers underneath. Yeah, those are going to be a nightmare to get back on there, but we'll make it happen. Plus, they're also razor sharp. I'm just now getting to where my fingernail is growing back, so I don't want to shear it off again. So this looks to have some sort of ultra base-ish covering on the glass, which is fine. It works pretty good. After you get it kind of set where you want it, the best thing about that stuff is that, I don't know if it's like a ceramic type coating maybe. Best thing about it is when you get it how you like it, get the right squish and everything, when it cools, part just falls off, which is pretty nice. Alright, so they're on the other side. So we need to tighten these up just a bit. I can hear my benchy rolling around in the in the compartment. I think these are 10s. Yes, they are. I think we were just right on the verge. Trying to find the best spot here. That one feels just a bit loose. No matter where I turn it. It's a little looser than I'd like it to be. Let's check the other side and make sure we don't have anything, like any of the actual screws that hold the wheel on aren't loose. Because that's just a little bit too loose for my liking. Hurry up and print a benchy. Take it easy, Walter. Always good to see you. Never tested a Core XY. Yeah, we'll see what Prusa comes up with. That should be a pretty interesting printer. That one wasn't super tight, so that might have been what was causing me the problem. Which they don't need to be ridiculous tight, but you definitely don't want them moving around on it either. Oh yeah, that helped a lot. There we go. That's where I want it. Excellent. Okay. Bed's tightened up. Put a sheet back on. I'm going to tighten these up and make sure that I don't have any gummed up threads or something that make that screw spin in place. If you get the bed too low, it's going to hit your Y motor, I just found out. So there's something to watch out for. Alright, I think we're ready to power up. What do you think? Belts, all that good stuff. I think so. How am I liking the Pez dispenser? Man, I forgot to bring my Pez dispenser down. When I run up and take break, I'll bring it down. I really like it. Crafty, thank you very much for coming to the stream today. I really like my Pez dispenser. Tom Llama made me a Pez dispenser, and I will bring it down and show you all when after we start printing, because I do highly enjoy it. Let's just start here in case there's some miraculous smoke that comes out. You don't want to miss that. I tried to adjust this yesterday so that it would be easier to use. I don't think that's what I achieved. I think it's harder to use. It needs to be tightened up on this end. I need a better solution for this arm. Or just lose this camera altogether. That would probably be an awesome solution. What do I want to do about that? How about if we set it? That'll work. So, power on, no smoke, don't break. It came on, I see something on the screen. Creality advertisement, it's booting. So it came on. We're good. It is in Chinese. That's going to be interesting to figure out. Oh, fail on my part. I messed with it and then didn't transition for you all. So, does it tell you how to get out of Chinese mode? Let's see if we can icon our way out of this. Does it? Is it actually touchscreen? No, it is not. No, that's reset. I did it. Awesome. Okay. Prepare. Back. Prepare. Preheating. It set the temperatures. Both of them are coming up. Cool. Or warm. Google Translate on your phone. Learn Chinese. That would be helpful a lot. How's the Railcore? Railcore is good. I'm waiting on a flex sheet for it. I'm going to wham bam it rather than putting down that PEI. But it's fine. I haven't done much since we got built. I did a couple of prints. I still have to do a lot of the wire cleanup and finish the wiring box. But there will be definitely more on that. Are the fans on? Yes, the fans are on. The front fan, and it looks to be the part fan, is on. But that's pretty common for the PLA warm-up setting for some of these machines. Polymate 3D, what is up? Learn Chinese in 5 minutes. We could do that. I have not watched about the Vort yet, Neff, and I keep forgetting. I'm sorry. Yours is incredibly noisy. These, so far, these are decently quiet. That seems to change at a moment's notice. So we're heating up pretty quickly. We're already at 52 on the bed, 190 on the hot end. What kind of filament are we going to use today? I've been using that purple a lot. I use the pink in the Snapmaker stream. Have we used speckled blue yet? I don't think we have. I think that's what we're going to use today. Keyboard Voron Frankenstein build. Do it. Burple. Burple. Burple was a drink from the 80s. Alright, let's auto home. Oh, you can set home offsets down here. Nice. Let's auto home, and if we get close to Z, we will hit it with our finger. It's moving. Jerry, 3D Printing Pen. Yes, I saw the email, Jerry. I've been super behind on those, and I will get back to you this afternoon. $3mm plywood. That was a very popular choice at one time. Okay, so what are we going to do? Are we going to hit? It's actually off the bed, so I'm not super worried about it. Oh, we just made it. Oh, we got really close to dead on that one. Paper. Is the V2 brand new? You like the shot of my arm? You can't see anything else? It's kind of new. It's been out for a couple months now, right? It's the steroid version of the... It's the dressed up version, the fancy version of the Ender 3. The fancy eating place. This is the Ender 3 you take to the nice steakhouse. You see it unlevel, it's because I'm setting on a cord somewhere. It is actually decently level. I think I can benchy that. Alright, let's find some filament. I got this blue persimmon color that I'm really digging. It's probably not going to be the best on camera, but it is kind of sparkly, and I like it. So let's use it. What is it called? It is called PLA Royal Blue Blend. That's what it's called. It actually kind of has a flat, sparkly sheen to it. It's kind of nifty. Did they give me cutters with this one? No, they didn't. That's all I need is a couple of extra sets of cutters. Somewhere around 20 to 30 sets of cutters, you can find one set. I'm pretty sure of that. They do offer just a wee bit of adjustment on extruder tension on this one. That's nice to see. It had some white PLA in it. Okay, we need a file. We are going to use the Prusa Slicer default Creality Ender 3 slicer setting today, because I've never tried it. Let's just see how it works. What kind of settings does it have in here? 22254. That'll work. We have a file. Where is my SD card location? Same old spot. The board is upside down, I'm guessing. We'll load the card upside down. What can you see right now? You can see kind of a wobbly, wonky Ender 3 something something. Print. Go. Still a micro SD card. Yes, it is, Paul. Yes, it is. It won't be too long before I can't handle it anymore, and we'll crack this open and see what board's inside there. It definitely has silent drivers on it, I can tell you that. Let's make it happen, Captain. Let's see what we got. So we are a touch low. Beauty. Okay, let's see if we can get you enough light. I hate to move this one around while it's printing. I'm not super confident in it yet. See if we can bump up the exposure. So you can actually see what's going on. There we go. Carl Brown, what's up? Baby stepping the Ender 3-way, absolutely. Okay, we are printing. We're printing in an hour and 21 minutes. That's not too bad. I have a whole lot of plugs and wires and things that I need to put on and all that good stuff. So I'll do that while the Benchy's printing. We also need either some more coffee or some water or something. I also need to go get my Pez dispenser because I want to show you my Pez dispenser that Tom Llama made me. It's just a little low for me still, but I'm not going to mess with it. Let me watch this third one. If it's dragging, then I'll mess with it, but... it's dragging a little. I like that much better. Okay, so break time. You watch the Benchy. and watch the I cavort. Yeah, they float. They're just upside. They just float upside down. Still floats. All right, watch that, Vinci, and I'll be right back. Okay, I'm going to interrupt your regularly scheduled benchy so I can seal the camera for a moment. because you need to see this. Austin, thank you for the sub. I'm just going to put it up right here so you can see it. Exposure time definitely is going to have to come down for this one because it is bright orange. This right here is my Vinci Pez dispenser made custom by the one and only 3D printing llama, Tom Llama. And I got it in the mail yesterday. I went and got it in my P.O. box. And he also sent me Pez with it. So it's already loaded, ready to go. And as Tom likes to say, it rides the waves when it dispenses the Pez. How cool is that? You people are amazing. So thank you, Tom. This is going to be, I'm eating Pez right now. This is going to be around for a while. I really dig it. Now, we will go back to your Vinci. It's always so dark underneath the Hotends. I overexpose it so that you can see a little better, but then if you switch to anything else, it's blinding. So there we go. We're Vinci-ing. I am going to clean up this stuff while I hang out with all of you. Ron the Happy Extruders here. What is up, Ron? I did remove the cam. I did. It looks like maybe they give you the hardware for the regular... Oh, wait, they did give me clippers. They're just in this bag I didn't open. It looks like they might give you the hardware for the regular Ender 3 as well, because there's an extra set of T-nuts and things for that build. So it's kind of one hardware pack will fit them all. I did get an extra couple of clips and couplers. That's cool. This will go down, the toolkit will go down on the shelf to never be seen again. The CB microphone? I said it looked like Bane's mouth cover from the Batman movie. How's it look, anyway? Pretty nice. So far, so good. There's my reach. Now, I do stream on Sundays quite often. Usually I start a little earlier than this. Since I've been on YouTube vacation, I haven't been starting near as early. But, so they made the comment that I keep getting the name wrong, but Glenn and James, Glenn at Funking 3D and James at Print and Play, have a stream that they do at 4 Eastern on Sundays. It is currently called What's 3D Printing? That's the correct name, I believe. And I don't like to step over their stream because I want you all to go attend that. We will run over a bit today because I did get started late, but please go check out their stream if you have time. Creality Slicer. It looks like Cura, but I will check it out. Oh, they give you a picture of the board. That's nice of them. And they give you a troubleshooting guide. James over at Rushman 3D. What's up? Things went smooth. We got it knocked out pretty quick. You know, one thing I just realized. I didn't really check on the Y belt tension, but it feels okay. So that's one thing I did not check, but I think we're all right. Any signs the Creality Slicer has belt support? I don't know, but I will report back to you. Not sure what it is. Works totally different than Cura. Okay. I shouldn't have brought the Pez down. Now I'm going to eat it all. We're going to leave Pez out here for you to see it. Alright, now unfortunately I have to build some wire harnesses. I should probably grab a duet board so I don't mess this up. If you get filament subscription boxes, I get a couple. The box, this is an Alien 3D box. The boxes are great to work out of. Like, doing all these connectors. I dump all my connectors, throw my pliers in here and stuff, and then I can move it around and not lose all my connectors. They're also great for things that you need to, like, throw away afterwards, like you're oiling something, painting something. Maker box works really well. So that's what I've been doing. I've been just kind of working out of these boxes. So I've got thermistors and fans, and I don't think I need to do anything with the Hotends. I've got most of the motor stuff done. I am waiting on a connector. I didn't realize that I didn't have any 6-pin connectors. Well, no, that one's got a DuPont connector on it. I really should change it. I didn't realize I didn't have any 6-pin connectors to do the other side of the motor cable, the side that fits on the NEMA 6, NEMA 17, the 6-pin deal. I didn't realize that I didn't have any of those. And they are a special type. I don't remember the JST number, but it is quite a bit smaller. They're like 13 millimeters wide. Sergio is here. Thank you very much, Sergio, for the link to What's 3D Printing. You weren't getting Fun King notifications because you weren't subscribed. Dave, I don't know how you could be so busy that you couldn't manage all your subscriptions to everyone on YouTube. Jeez. I'm not sure. There's a big long number that goes with that one, and I don't remember which. It's a particular one. I'd have to look it up again. Straight vodka in that glass, by the way. Yes. Yes, it is. I'm going to grab a duet board so that I can tell. I want to make sure that I get my fan positive, negative, all those connections correct the first time. Because I really hate pulling out those pins. That is an Ethernet board. I guess it really doesn't make a difference. There's the one I want. Okay. I'm also going to have to build some sort of wire loom for my part fan. I forgot about that. Where is my Prusa Mark III? Where isn't my Prusa Mark III? It's everywhere. Where can you get this spool holder? Man, I get all kinds of questions about those spool holders. They are on Thingiverse. They are like spool holder number 5. But I will get you the link. I've had those for years. Yes, it is still spool holder number 5 on Thingiverse. There you are. Great idea. Bill, I've been doing the same thing, only I've been using the Prusa Mint ones. I don't turn them inside out, but they have a nice flat front that you can write on. That helps. All right, what am I doing? So, I guess we'll start here with my thermistor connection, since it doesn't really matter much. Evan Udeman. Ask away. Tim is having an odd issue with his printer. He would like some advice. So, ask away. I will take a shot at it. And I know there's a ton of smart people here in chat who would also be willing to take a shot at it. The Benchy looks super nice, by the way. Join the club. Yep. Oh, wait. So far, first impressions, super happy with this printer. It's very quiet. The print so far looks great. It was really easy to assemble. Just first impressions. And your onions. Doing a BL Touch install, don't know about on this one. I did do the original Ender 3, you probably saw that. I don't know about this one. Maybe at some point. It will be a while before I take a stab at modding this one. You printed a Benchy in the CR30 video just for me. Thank you, sir. These are not my favorite JST pen crimpers. I need one with just a little bit longer throw. I mean, they put some on there, but they're not the prettiest thing in the world. They are not. They are not. Alright. Ender 3, originally with a lot of upgrades. Well, it just reboots the whole printer. Well, the first thing I would say is it has a short somewhere. Dave has a good point. It's a brand new Meanwhile. I got the fire put out with hardly any effort. I'm getting really good at that now, putting the fire out. This wire is just a bit too large for this. Hey, wait a second. I might need... I do. I've got my pins mixed up. That's why it doesn't like it. The JST pin is just a little bit different than the Duet pin. That's why it didn't like it. The rail core spoiled me. They made a wire loom for my Duet connections. Much nicer. Almost like that was supposed to work like that. Amazing. There's 100 thumbs up. Thank you. Thank you very much, Justin. I appreciate all of you that rally in the chat for me. Keep me going. Make things look good for our supporters, like Creality sending this printer, and Dave Randolph over at Printed Solid. Want to keep those people happy so that they keep our channel and the products flowing so we can do live streams and hang out and build stuff. Reboot is because it loses amperage or voltage. Oh. That pin is never to be seen again. You could just flat out have a bad board too. I mean, that's not that far out of the scope for that mini board. They let's call them slightly unpredictable. Let's be kind about the whole thing. Two in a row bad boards, well, that's not unheard of, but you're probably, if that's the case, you're probably experiencing something different. I guess a question that I have is, does your bed work on your stock board? Valfera, what is up? Where did I get what from? Oh, talking about boards. This one's being a real pain. This wire is actually just a little bit too large for that connector. I like to use it because it's got it's that stuff that comes from E3D. So it's got that thermistor connector, the plug on the other side, which I like to keep intact because at times that's real handy. But the insulation on it is just a touch too large. For these pins. Paul, I saw the picture of your FlashForge Finder. That's a pretty good find for 40 bucks. Okay, so there's a thermistor connector. Now I have another one of these wires, these extensions, just like that, for my fan. But where did it go? Did I put it in with the rest of the wires? Maybe. I have one right here. Your boards have been solid after you stopped touching them with a screwdriver? Been there. How's our benchy doing anyway? Finchy's looking good. This printer'd be fine if I'd stop messing with it for 5 minutes. This is thinner insulation and will be much easier to crimp. See how everybody jumps in to help people with problems? You all are amazing. Much easier on these wires. Can we get 200 thumbs up? I don't know that I've ever had 200. I really, no offense to anybody, but I really don't keep track. Oh. That one needed just a little bit more crimpy. Crimpy goodness. Nitro's here, what's up? Bill, that absolutely means that you're amazing. You have done an amazing job, Bill. In fact, you did such an amazing job, I think you deserve a new printer. I think that's what your wife's trying to tell you. Pretty sure that's what she meant. All right. It just means you're not trying hard enough. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Thank you very much for that. I am glad you enjoy the videos. Okay, so really what I needed to know, why I got this board and everything, how are my duet fans going to be hooked up? I got PWM 1 and 2 here. Do these say they do? So voltage for the fan is going to be on this pin. Right. Okay. That's what I needed to know. I need one more of these. for my part fan. What printer is the duet going on? Me and all of the Patreon people, we've been doing live streams. We've done 4 or 5 now, where we are building a cube printer with exo slides. So all the supporters, we've just been doing live streams occasionally here and there, and that is the printer. We're calling it the 2020 build because it's all 2020 extrusion. It is going to have a duet board and a DueX breakout on it, and that's what I'm building these wire looms for. And for you Patreon guys, we will be doing. I got some parts coming. In fact, I ordered them from Dave. Dave got my parts out promptly as soon as I ordered them, as always. I appreciate that. We should have those parts in hand Monday or Tuesday. So look out for a stream early next week so we can continue that build. And hopefully I'll have all these wires done by that time. Okay, we need one more of these for part fan. Now, my part fan currently has a pH on it. I don't think I have any sockets for pH fans. We might just have to convert it over. I guess I could solder it up. I really hate doing that. See what kind of connectors I have. Maybe we can salvage this. I thought I might have some of those that had a pigtail on the end, but maybe I don't. Exo kill. Of many, yeah, part 1 of many, absolutely. Yeah, without the magnifier, no kidding. The hard part is holding them in my fingers. It's like I don't have that fine touch in my fingers like I did once. It's getting them in the right direction and putting them in the grabber. That's the hard part for me. Duct tape. Elegoo Jupiter, nice. Water, no coffee? Yeah, Peter, I was going to get some more coffee, then I thought, I probably ought to drink some water. But I had coffee at the beginning. No, never fear, never fear. I might have the connector, but it's still not going to be as long as I would like it to be. Yeah, that was not too bad. Meh. Let's just make one. That's what I usually end up doing anyway, so let's just make one. Sergio, I can only imagine. My hands hurt most of the time now, and arthritis runs in my family, so it's gonna catch up with me sooner or later, I'm sure. Reverse sprung tweezer. You know what? I used to have a set of those a long time ago. I don't know where they're at, of course, but that might be something to look into. That might help a lot now that you mention it. More coffee needed. Then I'm doing this, and I can't do anything. Sometimes on these streams, I kind of wonder if people think that I'm going nuts or something because I'm shaking. But honestly, if I get up too early and start drinking coffee, and maybe I didn't have enough breakfast or something, I won't be able to hold on to anything in this hand. uh, it happens. Oh, it's just as soon as you think you have a really nice crimp on that, you've crimped it too much and cut through it. Good thing they give you lots and lots of pins on these duet boards. These actually, now that I think about it, these work a little bit better on the smaller one. I don't remember, do those pins actually say what size they are on the bags? It's a 254. Eh. .54 millimeter is what that meant, by the way. Justin's really pulling for the thumbs up today. I appreciate that, Justin. Yeah, ferrule connectors, I usually don't have any problems with those. How are we doing? On some of these printers, especially Bowden printers, I don't know if you all do the same thing. That one's got some pretty significant lines on it. Filament didn't get hung up or anything, did it? I usually like to take a look at the infill on these. Because, you know, you tend to do infill a little faster. Flow rate might be just a bit higher, depending on your settings and whatnots. I always like to take a look at the infill, because that's usually a pretty good indication of how the extruder is performing. And the infill looks nice and even on this one, so that's good to see. I'll give something away. Gotta figure out how to get 200 thumbs up. Ah, trying to get fancy with it. Fancy is not our thing around here. Fancy is not a basement attribute. That should be good enough. Watching but might not be logged in. That's true. True. Someone has an M3D Pro Mega 3D for sale on Facebook. Richard Crook, don't do it, man. No matter what they've done to it, no matter what they're asking for it, don't buy it. It's not worth it. I gave mine away because I didn't want to work on it. Peter, thank you very much for the $20. Much appreciated, sir. Thank you for the support of the basements. You are appreciated. It'd be nice if I could break these crimpers loose with my thumb, but it's too fat to fit in there. That's what I was wondering. Yes, yeah, don't do it, man. Don't do it. Life's not that bad. You don't do it to yourself, man. Okay, so we have this part done, and I think what I'm gonna do, I don't really think these need to be that long, honestly. Better longer than shorter, right? Let's just solder these bad boys together. The thumbs down for folks from Australia. Absolutely. Who would thumbs down this stream? Seriously. Somebody brought up a good point the other day that maybe people think that, so this gets handed out to your selected videos or whatever your dashboard is, whatever they call that. I think some people might think that that's a rating system, like you thumbs down and it won't come back again. I don't know, like it's Spotify or something. Or we might just have people that don't like me, which that's possible. I'm not sure why, but I'm cool with it. All right, I want to heat shrink this guy. Oh man, I gotta move like a whole bunch of stuff to get some heat shrink. Oh, unless I was lazy and I put some over here in this bin. Ooh, I got this piece. Could really use the smaller section though. By the time I get some solder on it, this might be perfect. Let's give it a whirl. I need to plug my heat gun back in too. Solder. That's crazy talk, man. So probably top speed on that's a great question because I used the Prusa Slicer Ender 3 thingy for this one. Speed, we have a top speed of 50 Maximum print speed is 100, but you also got to remember we have auto cooling on, and that is going to slow us down a bit, but max speed is 50 on this guy. Matt Bricky, thank you very much for the 2. Appreciate it. And the big red thumbs up. Still waiting on your CR6 SE. Some of the folks on the YouTubes seem to think that one's pretty nice. I know Joel Telling has a pretty high opinion of it. So that's cool. I've seen, I think Chuck has one too. I think Stefan has one. You have a lazy bin too. Absolutely. I have a lot of those trays that are just, that'll go there for now. And sometimes I will get a whim and go through it and put it back in its bins. But most of the time I just dig through it when I want one of something. This'll work. What time's it getting to be anyway? Probably getting pretty close to the boys' stream. It's 2:45, my time. I did receive, Darren, what's going on, man? I did receive that board. I don't have any opinions of it yet. I think a lot of it was, I don't think I need this anymore. I think we got them all. There's 4 motors. The motors are just going to be a crapshoot. As far as what direction and everything, we'll set that up in the software. Motors, 2 fans. Oh, thermistors on the beds. But one of those is ferrules, right? So that's easy. So I got to do the thermistor for the bed. But I don't need that any longer. Okay, now I'm back to it. What was I talking about? Yes, I did receive it. I have one. The video is going to be coming on version 2 pretty soon. I think a lot of on the version 2, really, from what I'm getting the gist, was a lot of bug fix. They upgraded a few things here and there. You do get an actual EEPROM chip rather than the virtual style that they had before. There were a few things that were pretty common on the V1.2. A lot of people say that the X driver would go out. There was all different kinds of issues. So I think that the V2 is a lot of just picking up from where they left off, trying to improve things. So I don't have an opinion on it yet, but if you're going to buy one from scratch, definitely go V2 from what I've just comparing the specs of them. I don't even remember what graphics happened. Now I'm gonna watch this. We have a zombie running, and we have like a guy playing guitar or something. We used to have like a zombie taco or something. There he is. Nice.
Not to interrupt, I just wanted to watch the zombie running again.
No worries. Thank you very much, Adam, for the $20. I appreciate that. Death ER found the channel by using that tutorial. Excellent. That's what I like to hear. Okay, I want to solder these wires together real quick. Hold your breath. Don't breathe in the solder. Safety first, kids. solder. Solder. Do Canadians call it solder too? I know the UK guys do. This is like the cheapest heat gun in the known world. I think it was like $16 or something. They still sell these. I thought it was going to last like 5 minutes. I've had it for like 3 years now, and I use it about once a week. So I'm super impressed. It's a Genesis. Genesis. Just, you know, I'm not sponsored by them or anything, but I've been super impressed that this made it more than a week. Okay, so now we have a fan, a part fan, and I need to put a connector on my heat bed. And I think we have all the connectors we need. I'll put some ferrules on that too. There might be some in here. There are. Excellent. This is gonna work. Oh, but my crimpers are buried underneath the pile of stuff. We'll worry about that in a minute. It's always something. Ryan Buttram, what's up, man? No PPE. Modify the original Ender 3. And Patrick Cruz, yeah, man, I got a couple of those now, more than I should have, and they've been pretty solid. Very impressed especially for the cost. Very impressed. It's kind of changed the market, really. At least from when I first started, it's changed the market. If you hit it again, it'll take it away. Hint, hint. Those are Australian thumbs up. I like that one. That's funny. We just a heads up for the folks that like to come to these streams. I got a bunch of them to do. This is the first one in a long line of stuff that I got to get done because I told people that I would, and then been dragging my feet a little bit. I've had a lot of builds going on. So next couple of weeks, get ready for a lot of live streams. I want to try to knock some of that out before I get back to making proper tutorial videos. This thing is super quiet, I have to say. This Ender 3 V2. Another Australian. You know, that's funny. We're talking about thumbs up and viewers and stuff. You know, my little stream deck, it's supposed to tell me all that stuff, but it stopped doing that a long time ago, and I never looked on how to fix it. Because there's like a viewers button on here, and it's supposed to be able to log into my like YouTube account and grab that info, but it doesn't do that anymore. I'm not sure why. It has had quite a few software updates, so maybe something happens. It says it's there. It's got my serial number and all that good stuff. So everything that I see says it should work. Maybe we have to re-add it. Let's delete this one. And then we'll copy it back in there. Well, this thing has all kinds of plugins. Now it works. See? You just gotta reboot things. So there you go, now we know. Excellent. So there, we're fixing all kinds of things today. Does the Ender have dual Z-axis drive? No, it does not. Single. And a synchronization belt. I'm not sure what you mean by that. Are you talking about like a belt on the top of the Z screws? Since when did it get a waterline added to it? Yeah, I'm kind of curious what that is. I'm not sure what those marks are. You want to look at that real quick before it finishes? I'm not sure where those came from, honestly. It's not, from what I can see before I look at the print, just looking at it, it's not under extrusion. It's an artifact. So, not sure what caused that. But it is all the way around. So it's almost like maybe we had a hiccup on the y-axis or something. I'm not sure. But we'll have to check that out. G-code maybe. I am using, that's a good point, I am using a different profile than I usually use. What's 3D printing is going to start here in a couple of minutes. If you don't hang out on that stream usually, you should go check it out. It's Glenn from Fun King 3D and James from Print and Play. Sergio did put a link in earlier. I'm sure somebody else will put in one as well. But it will be starting something shortly. They're probably on Twitter right now sending me DMs telling me to get off the internet so that they can start their stream. Just kidding, of course. Okay. Now, what kind of ferrules do we have in here? And will they fit on these bed wires. These look like proper candidates, but my crimpers are buried in here. Oh, no, I did good. I did good. They're up here. Cool. That was much easier than I thought it was going to be. Whose stream? So Glenn at FunKing 3D and James at Print and Play. They are both 3D printing YouTube channels. They do a 3 o'clock or 4 o'clock Eastern, 3 o'clock my time, stream every Sunday. And it should be starting here momentarily. But they do it every Sunday, so if you're looking for 3D printing streams to go to, definitely check them out. I'm trying not to step over their time. Somebody can show that Ender 6 review. Is there an Ender 6? Dave has the link for that stream. Thank you, Dave. Alex, thank you for the subscription. As Jason, I don't think I thanked you. Thank you. Yeah, those are nice. That's a nice feral right there. Okay, I think we have all the connectors that we need for that build, and that is awesome. Because I've spent like 2 days trying to get all those connectors done. Actually, I am missing one, but I don't have the connector yet. And that's one of the parts that I'm waiting on. I'm missing one 6-pin motor connector, so I got to do that one. But after that one's done, honest, I'll be done after that. See, there you go. See? They're telling me to get off the internet. I've been plugging it, Glenn. I've been plugging that stream. Everybody here can vouch for me. It's not my fault that I get up late and I don't start streams on time. I'm sure that's someone else's fault. It can't be mine. If you want to give up the audience, you'll be there. All right. I told them. I can't make them show up, but I can make them aware. We're not done with this box yet, but we're getting close. And unfortunately, Glenn, we have a little bit longer to go. Says I got 30 more minutes. Dan says he's waiting on you guys. It's all in fun. Anybody that is in the chat that doesn't know that. Glenn and James, good people. Ender 5 Plus, 338 reviews, regular price, $579. The 5 is the Cartesian. I knew that. And then the Ender 6 is an actual Core XY. Okay. I don't know the 6. How am I ever going to get anything done with all these streams? That's exactly what I feel. I have to cut back on streams, and then I start watching Adam Savage one-day builds, and then I never get anything done. The color is not... I love that filament. That's good stuff. It comes out really well on screen, too. That's a pretty true representation of what that color is. We should bother Glenn in his streams chat while we're on a stream.
What's wrong, Socks?
Their advertisement was a dog with his head stuck in a can of food. I don't know what it was for, but let's bother them in their chat. I can't hear them, but there are already people abandoning to come over there, so there you go. They aren't wearing pants. At least I'm wearing pants. The Ender 6 is $900. Whoa! Still need 33 thumbs up. Well, you're getting close there, Justin. I appreciate your efforts. Oh, they showed it on the anniversary stream. They showed like 6 different models or something like that, didn't they? There was a whole bunch of them on there. You know, something that I'm thinking now, it seemed pretty tight, but seeing those lines on the side, I didn't 100% check to see how tight this carriage was. And that's pretty usual on the Ender. They give you a little bit of slack to get it on there so it's not super tight. I will check that. That might be one of the things that was causing me some headache on this print. All the wheels are turning, which is a good sign that they're probably, you know, good enough. But I didn't check it. So I will go back through and make sure all of the eccentric nuts are where they should be. I should have done that more, but I really didn't see anything that was kind of out of the scope. So that might be causing my artifacting. Just a thought. Of course they're picking on me. Yeah, Jerry at 3D Printing and Painting. I didn't know if you wanted me to mention or not, Jerry. So that's 4 o'clock Pacific time, 7 o'clock Eastern. What did we decide? Wednesday? Wednesday. So this coming Wednesday, what is the date on that? Today's the 9th, right? The 12th? Wednesday the 12th? Jerry, 3D Printing and Painting, has a YouTube channel. 7 Eastern, 7 p.m. Eastern. I'm going to be on there for an interview of sorts, or just as kind of a guest. So if you would like to see that, definitely check out his channel. You can check it out by just clicking on his name here in the chat. You can search it. I have searched it, 3D Printing and Painting. It's there. Come on over and check that out. I will put out tweets, and I'll put out another thing on YouTube, the YouTube community thing with the links and all that good stuff for that. I haven't got around to it yet, but I will first part of this week. So check that out. If we hit 200, can you do the spin on stream for 3 samples? Oh, you mean like do a giveaway or something for some samples? The power supply fan. There is no power supply fan to speak of, unless there's one underneath. I didn't see one. I'd have to turn it over to take a look. Magnus made it. There's one under. Okay, so there is one under there. Paulo from Portugal, hello. Yeah, Justin, I mean, if you have the samples and you would like to give them away, if we hit 200 thumbs up and people are interested in those samples, I will spin it for a winner. I'll have to get Nightbot set up, but I will spin it for a winner. How about that? To 3D print the spool? This is Prusament PLA that we're printing with, if that's what you mean. Mine isn't so loud. Now, Bill said that some of his fans were loud. Mine's not loud yet. Now, I've had that change on a whim, though. With some of those fans, they just kind of do their own thing, and sometimes they get wonky on their own and get really loud. As of right now, brand new out of the box, it's not very loud at all. Pulley PL from Poland, welcome to the stream. See, all you people are going to go over and check out Glenn. They're getting subs. I'm watching their chat. Now we're going to taunt them. I can't hear their audio, so, but I can still taunt them in the chat. Link to Glenn's channel. Would you like a link to the stream? Here's a link to the stream that's going on right now. What's up, Carl Schumann? Jerry has both streams. Like John does too. Yeah, a lot of people do both. They can watch two streams. There's two different Creality sites. Oh, like a master spool, Phil. Found some used spools. Now you need to wind them. You know, I've never really found a good device to wind filament. I have a filler winder. PLA especially, it needs to be warmed up before you wind it. And that's a tricky business, actually, because you can ruin PLA real fast if you warm it up just a bit too much. So for it to feed back onto a spool, especially one that's got a tight center, it's tough, no matter what device you use. I've heard people do it successfully. I don't have a really good method. But like what people are saying, there's a master spool that some of those fit. I don't know what size Amazon uses. Of course, I don't have a master spool to show you right now. I don't know what size Amazon uses, but you can probably print a spool and sandwich it on there, and that's the way you should go. tried 4 at once. Yeah, I can kind of do 2, but that's about it. Creality official is the real one. Boy, I hope I have the right link in the stream then. No, I have the Creality.shop. We need to fix that. There we go. Love you some Ender. Amanda, welcome to the stream. Yeah? Ooh, we've already done some of the bridging. That's always fun. Air Dino, what's up, Dino? Thanks for coming to the stream. Ender 3 Extender or GTR? Or get an Ender 5 Plus? That's a tough call. I don't know about that one. Well, you know, that's a great question. Is it worth getting the V2, or should you upgrade the V1 or a Pro? Just what I'm seeing, right? So let's put these out. Let's get into this for a second. Let's put these out in categories. So if you're familiar with V1, and you've kind of seen V2 today, what did we really get for the extra money? We got a glass bed with some Ultra Base on it, which is nice, but the V1 does come with the BuildTak-like sheet that is now removable, that comes on plastic. So that kind of acts like a flex sheet, which is handy. You're not going to have that with this. So there's that. This one, you get a little nicer screen. Is that something you like? I personally don't care. One of the biggest things I like about this one versus V1, it's a lot tidier. There's covers. You do get a little drawer to store your benchies. The power supply is integrated into the case. The case is just, it's a lot more integrated together. It's nice. The wire management is cool. That's a big bonus. But that's not going to help your print quality. The fan shroud is a little bit different, but I'm not exactly sure what fan they're using. But the Hotends no different. The Extruder's no different. You do get these belt tensioners, but you can 3D print those pretty easy. So, are you going to get a V2 because you like the way it looks and it's a lot neater package? Then yeah, go for it. Are you going to get a V2 because you want it to print better than the V1? There's really no, I mean, it's the same thing. There's really no way that it's going to. So I think this printer is a nice package. It's a lot shinier and more polished than the V1. But for that extra money, you could buy a half of a V1 and then you'd have 2. So if you just want to get into printing and do your thing and make some fairly nice prints at a budget, V1's your go-to still. But there's nothing wrong with this one at all. It looks really nice. I definitely like the way it looks. It is much tidier than V1, but I would still go V1 if I was going to buy one of these machines. So there you go. There's my first assessment. What is up, Scott Latine? So far, Scott, everything is good. I don't know if this one has some age on it. I know Czech submitted some fixes, or he found some bugs that you guys fixed, so that's cool. I am going to upgrade this thing to the newest version, so we'll do that for sure. But that's cool that you're working on the menus and stuff. So. No touchscreen. That's right. Yeah, it's an Ender 3 V2. That is true. You bring that point up. It's going to be quieter than a V1. It does have silent stepper drivers, and that is a big bonus for a lot of printers. You can buy these silent boards, but you would have to put it in, and they're, you can, for a Creality silent board, it's $45, $50. You can get an SKR, which is going to be maybe a little bit more work, but it does have silent drivers, and that is a bonus. But again, these are $100 more, so it does have belt tighteners, but I've run a lot of those with the 3D printed one, and those work out pretty well. Yes, I have had experience with Wham printers over the years. Can't forget the cool drawer, absolutely. Where do I store my printers? Everywhere that there is a free space. I have lots of these shelves. I have 3 or 4 of these shelves that have printers all over them, and I still have some on the floor and in different locations. Bill has a warehouse with over 200 printers in it. Bill, you win. Uh, Hands down the V2 over a Two Trees Bluer. Hands down V2. Yes, my stack of boxes is getting lower. I'm finally working through some of the stuff. I'm trying to get through it. Honestly, D9 wasn't a terrible machine, but D9 used over getting an Ender 3 on sale. Just get the Ender 3. There's so much more support and community support and parts and things like that out there. You really can't go wrong. I'd go Ender 3. Justin needs 9 more thumbs up. Freddy still. I gotta rent some space from Freddy. You are very welcome. 6 more, 5 more. Justin's been working hard all day to get me thumbs up. That's a heck of a nice thing to do there, Justin. Thank you. And me with only 2 thumbs. uh, Phil, I'm glad you like the channel. 3D printing is just a hobby for me. It's always been a hobby. I got into YouTube. I was kind of in YouTube doing other things, and then one day I just decided, well, I'll do some videos on the 3D printers because I kind of enjoy it. And then it spilled into this. So it just kind of snowballed on me, really. Then I started doing modifications and stuff. I was like, well, this might make a good video, and then I just kept going, and here's where we are today. It's still just a hobby for me. YouTube takes a lot of time, so I guess it's kind of like a job. But and they do pay me some, so it's kind of like a job. But I do have a full-time job. I like to keep it as much as a hobby as possible. I don't like it to turn into work because then it feels like work. But yeah, pretty much just a hobby. I like doing it. I like hanging out with all the 3D printing people. Paulo, personally, I haven't had any problems with 206. Scott might still be on here, and he can tell you if bug fix is worth going to. 206 is working good for me. We'll see you later, Ron. Thanks for coming to the stream. Can't find a nicer guy than the Happy Extruder. What do I do full time? I am a mainframe system programmer. I'm more of a hardware person. Do installs and things like that on large Z platforms. Molly, I'm guessing that's how you say it. Thanks for the sub. Print's looking pretty good. It's got a few little artifacts on it, but all in all, looks real nice. Yes, you are a 3D printer person now. You're included. Well, I like to hang with you. Thanks for liking to hang out. 200. Nice work. Yep, no heavy iron in decades. Yeah, I'm still doing it. I've been doing it for a long time. I started in it, then I kind of went out, and then now I've been last 6 or so years, probably a little longer than that. I've been back in. All right, so Justin, what are the rules on this on these samples? 2061 will be out soon. Awesome. So bug fix is shaping up. Excellent. Thank you, Scott, for that. You were on 360. That was back there. Justin, what are the rules to these samples? Domestic shipping only, lower 48. What are we getting? What samples are we getting? Thanks for joining, Amanda. You have a good day. US only for shipping. Okay, so here we go. Justin has been trying to get us 200 thumbs up all day, and he has done it. And he said he wanted to give away some samples if we hit it. So we're going to do it. So Justin has, for US domestic shipping only, lower 48, he's got an orange, a green, and some other color, probably Green Gate, 3D, Slice Engineering, PTG, 2 of them, okay, and a Spearmint green one. So he's got 2 orange and a green one. He's going to give it away, and we are going to roll it. Now, so here's how this works. I am going to give you a keyword, and you are going to enter that keyword in the chat. If you would like to win, if you are in the lower 48 and you would like to win those 3 samples, Justin will provide them to you. You enter this keyword. You can only enter it once. If you enter it more than once, you will be disqualified. So you enter the keyword. I will, after all the keywords have been entered, I will roll it. Whoever wins, Justin will send you those 3 samples. Everybody on board? You ready to roll? Everybody in the chat, enter 200. Make sure everything's working correctly. And let's see what it does. Let's roll it. Nightbot's still thinking about it. Hold on a second. Our Benchy's almost done. I haven't used Nightbot in a while, so he might be sleeping. Let's see if Nightbot responds to us. He's sleepy. Okay, so Nightbot is here. Ah, now he's active. Oh, Benchy's done. Gonna get super close to the camera. Okay, it's catching up. Let it populate. Hold on a second. Actually, you know what? Let's do it one more time. Sorry. Nightbot was slow. Let's do it one more time. Now it is working. So, one more time in the chat, if you want to win and you're in the lower 48 in America, if you want to win, enter 200 into the chat. Go for it. Now it's populating, everything's working. Excellent. Okay, while that is going, let's take a look at this Benchy, shall we? I got it just a little bit too smush on the bed at the beginning, but not terrible for a first print. Not bad. And I use some Greengate PETG. I have not had any. Well, actually, I do have a sample of the orange somewhere, I think. I have not used it yet, though. But I enjoy it. Try to get you some focus here. Okay, so here's our Benchy from our Creality Ender 3 V2. You can see, hold on, we need Pokey Tool for this. You can see that we have some artifacting down here. And that's not really the typical stuff that you see. It looks to me a little bit different. There is something just a little bit inconsistent in the mechanical mechanism. And maybe we just need a little tighter belt. Maybe we need to adjust one of our wheels. But they're super consistent all the way around. So we're going to have to look into that. Outside of that, I mean, you can see a little bit of artifacting in there, but not terrible. I mean, it looks good. The bridging looks really good. You don't see any candy striping because those are pretty nice drivers. The top finishes look nice. Smokestack is nice and round, so we have pretty good part cooling there. There's just a little bit of stringing, but nothing severe at all. You can see my first layer on my Ultra Base, just a little bit too smush. We can fix that. The overhang, nice and even. I would say this one probably has just a little bit better part cooling than V1 maybe. All in all, first print, no tuning, don't know much about the slicer settings that I used. This is pretty nice. Pretty impressed with this one. There's a few things I need to tweak, but not bad at all. I like it. And here we are. Not a bad Benchy boat. Everybody's in for 200. Possible pigment issue. Maybe. I have seen that before, but not on Cruciament. So, but you would know, Bill. I mean, you're the Cruciament guy. Okay, we're going to roll it. Ready? Roll it. Romeo has won it. Romeo, confirm that you are in chat and you are in the lower 48. And if you are, Justin, we will get you some information. Waiting on Romeo. I guess I can go ahead and put it in there. Romeo is from Croatia? Croatia? Sorry, Romeo. It was only for the lower 48. I'm going to roll one more time. Rick Thornton, are you here? Are you from, are you from the lower 48? I can't see it too good. I need to up the, I really gotta, either gotta get better glasses, contacts, or I gotta up the font size. Because I can't see eyes. Like, in between the A and the T. Yes, he is. Rick Thornton is the winner of the filament samples from Justin. Nice work, Rick. Rick, send me. I just put my email in the chat, brotherchris81@gmail.com. Send me your address, and I will forward that over to Justin T. And he will send you some filament samples. Thank you very much, Justin, for all of your hard work at getting 200 thumbs up on this stream today, and for providing the filament samples for that giveaway. We appreciate it. Nice win, Rick. Thank you. Okay, that's the end of this one, everybody. Please go check out What's 3D Printing. Check out their stream. They're still going right now. They'll be going until 6 o'clock Eastern. I don't have the link handy. Oh, wait, hold on. Let me get you the link. Go check out their stream. If you would like to continue watching 3D printing streams today, you can go check them out. I am done with the version 2. Now this one we start testing and cranking out all kinds of prints and seeing how it does. So far, so good. Few tweaks here and there, but we should be, I wish it was touchscreen, but we should be all right. Thanks for everybody that joined me today for this 3+ hour stream. We got it together. We got printing. That was awesome. All of the support, the tips, everybody in chat, it was awesome. We hit 200 thumbs up. I appreciate all the support. There's going to be a lot more streams to come. So I will see you all very, very soon, I am sure. Have a good rest of your weekend or Monday, wherever you're at. We will see you very soon. Bye all.